Often in the bodybuilding, we can listen to the question whether hyper slow movements are good or not. It is a matter of fact that this method, one of the Joe Weider's methods of training, is at the time being very popular, especially in the United States. The principle of this training is that you move the weight up between 10 to 20 seconds, in some cases even slower. What is the logic behind this training method? It is to charge the muscles in a maximum possible way without using very heavy weights and also without any cheating. We all can agree that this method is putting the risk of injuries near to zero, but that's not the only one positive factor. Another very positive situation is that the number of muscle fibers engaged is much bigger as with fast movements. However, as always, we can find some experts who are against such a training. Their logic is that such a training is extremely annoying and doesn't bring better overall fitness results. I was personally trying this system many times during all the years I train, and I like this method. But attention, this method is extremely difficult to the muscles and for your whole cardiovascular system. So you can use it only for a limited time, not all the time of your training, because it's really mentally very difficult to move the weights in such a slow motion. Nobody of us can mentally support this method for a too long period of time. I personally use it from 2 to maximum 3 weeks. There have been in the United States recently several studies about this method. The State University in Massachusetts was creating 2 groups of people doing different methods of workout. One group trained with the 2-1-4 system. 2 seconds for up movement, 1 second short pause, and 4 seconds for the down going movement. The second group was strictly keeping the super slow method of moving the weights. They did about 6 reps, and each rep lasted 14 seconds. 10 seconds to the up movement and 4 seconds the down going movement. The result was more than interesting. The group working the super slow motion movement was obtaining a gain of force much over the results of the other group. The question is whether we should immediately replace our actual training method with this super slow motion method. Not necessarily, because there are dozens of other studies, as always, as usually, and these studies are saying that there is no difference between the 2 training methods. And also, there are studies saying that a quicker training brings better results. So therefore, I said that this method should be selected from time to time and maybe stick to it for 2-3 weeks for a change. I can only say to you that we have in our gym a young guy, about 30, who is doing this method already 1 year. I'm observing him in the gym. He's maybe 6.1 tall with long muscles, and he's really perfect after using this method. He's like, as an example, Louis Marco, extremely designed. All the experts of this university came to the conclusion that the traditional training of normal speed need more energy spending as the slow motion training. So you burn more calories by doing traditional speed movements. And here is my personal conclusion to all this. For bodybuilders who are tiny and tall with long muscles, the super slow motion training is very good, and they can do it for 3 weeks without any problem, and they will spend less calories, but the muscles will be really charged. Bodybuilders with higher body fat percentage and with not long muscles should train more in a higher speed in order to define the muscle. And the higher speed is logically much more effective for ladies. Thank you for listening and have a nice afternoon.